Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes to throw on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Your mind. 734.
Here's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally put him into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. And now here comes Kansas City. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Carr going to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On second down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in, complete. Flexing his muscle at the 30. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
on play action. Now Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Richard, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Monday down. You're mine. 24. Let 5-man box. Go Chief. 7:34.
Carr now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Low. Where's it? Hut. 7:34.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Carr to throw on second down. And complete right side to Cook. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
We're good.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Go Chief. 7:34.
Now Carr. That escapes the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Ace! Ace! Zing, zing, zing! 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 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now it's Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for and got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On play action, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You'd be picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Three down. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They run with Hunt. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The linebacker that time, Emmanuel Lemur, in on the stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the kick by Butker is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Washington. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the ground, Richard, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know a team likes you when they make a trade up and then select you, and Breland Speaks found that out from Kansas City. The tackle from Ole Miss made a nice play right there, something that we saw often in college. And who could ever forget that big play made against Mississippi State where he recovered the fumble, a little smile and a wave at the Bulldog bench.
29. 7:34.
Again, it's Richard. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Mahomes now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
29. Where's it on?
From midfield, here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big fella. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point up and through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Washington. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Carr now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
6:37. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
We got three, fellas. We got 7:34. Is it?
They do go for it. It's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
6:37. To your mind. 3 down. Low. It's a hood.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Hey, Purdue. Dude's right.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
That's right. Hey, 734.
Throwing his car on third down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raiders' first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Raider 2.
Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off-kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
637. 618.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he finds Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
You certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Well, the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A toss play to Hunt. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Single. Throw.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
That boy's got 4 down. So. Z. So.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He was looking for Watkins that time. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Express. 7:34. 24. Check 56.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
4 down.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Throwing
now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. Fighting through. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
24.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
The first throw for the backup, Griffin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Bouchard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Left, 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 left.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Detroit!
On third down, Hackenberg. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Lucky 56. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Hackenberg now after the fumble recovery. Now in desperation. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Hot!
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Oakland, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank...
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime.